Hey friends, and welcome back. I just completed my second Two Oceans half marathon, and I wanted to do a little debrief with you about how I'm feeling mentally, physically, and emotionally. I feel like this is important because running the same race twice does not mean that you're going to get the exact same experience. Personally, I actually feel that running a race the second time is a little more challenging than running it the first time. So let's dive right into the video. This year's race was on the 6th of April. I would say definitely by the time I crossed the finish line, it was much hotter than when we had started. And so I do feel for those runners who were out there for a little bit longer than I was. The overall vibe of the race was insane. There are thousands of runners, all with different experience. Everyone is so hyped to have a really good race, and the support is incredible. I feel like in every part of the race, as you turn, there is just more and more supporters cheering you on, no matter where you come from, who you are, what your background is. There are just people supporting you. I want to say, I think that the supporters were some of the best supporters I've seen in the world. South Africans just really come together when it comes to sport, and that is one of our really amazing traits as a country. I think that knowing the route because you're running it a second time makes it a little bit easier, but I actually found that running it the second time was a little more challenging than the first time. And I think it was harder because you know where the hard parts of the route are. About to run maybe towards a long hill or something like that. I know maybe that doesn't make sense for some runners, but for me I found it a little bit more mentally challenging. And I felt there was actually a little bit more pressure when it came to the time of my race as well. This was internal pressure that I was putting on myself because I'd obviously set a time last year and the goal was obviously to beat that time. So I felt like I was just putting a little more extra pressure on myself that I didn't necessarily need to put on. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned from all my half marathons, but especially running the exact same half marathon for the second time, was that your mind definitely gives up before your body does. Don't get me wrong, my legs were definitely very sore along the route, and I know there are some things I need to change in my pre-race prep, but I definitely did think that my mind gave up way quicker than my legs did. I am a bit of an overthinker, so I start to overthink things, and I actually should just rely on my past training and know that I've got this no matter what. I'm not going to step off the route unless something really bad happens, and so I've just got to overcome those negative thoughts and remember that you are doing this for yourself and not for anyone else. There was a moment around the halfway mark and when we had about 4 or 5 kilometers to go where I did think to myself, it would definitely be much easier to just step off the road now and just give up. But I am not that type of person. If I've trained for something for 3 months, then you best believe that I am going to finish that race no matter what. Even if I'm going to walk the rest of the way, I am not going to give up on that race. For me, I'd been running for nearly 2 hours, out in the sun, out on the road. It's a long time to be out, and you're so close yet you're so far still, because at 4 or 5 k's to go my legs were really tired and there was still a little hill to come towards the end. And I think the thing that really pushed me through was, first of all the support from everyone along the way, and also just knowing that my parents were waiting for me at the end. I love that feeling of when you run into the stadium and you can literally see the end is right there and your parents are cheering you on, and you just feel like you really have achieved something, and something for myself, not for anyone else, but it's just such an incredible feeling. I think I need to sometimes give my body more credit than I do give it, because like I said, my mental definitely goes a lot quicker than my physical strength. So I need to give my legs and my body more credit than I do. The human body is incredible. The things that we are able to do with a little bit of hard work and consistency, we're able to achieve incredible things. If you had told me 3 years ago that I would be voluntarily running, not my first, but my third half marathon, I would have laughed at you so loudly. I would not have believed that this is what I'm doing right now. And so I think I also run these races for my past self who would not believe that this is where I am currently. So my highs of the race, definitely all the support along the way. I've said that multiple times now, but the support is just, I think, one of the main reasons that I got through the race. And obviously one of my other highs is seeing my parents at the end. It's just such a amazing feeling that my dad, who is the person that inspired me to start running longer distances, to have him standing at the end waiting for me is just such an amazing feeling, because I've been on the sideline supporting him along the way as well, and so it's just nice to have it the other way around. Another high I would say is as you reach the top of the first hill, which is at about 4 maybe 5 kilometers, the sunrise is just spectacular. The sun is just rising behind us. It just makes the whole experience worth it. I think sometimes we're so focused on the race itself when we must just enjoy also the surroundings, and Cape Town is so beautiful. I'm so lucky to be able to be running around Cape Town that I need to take in everything that comes with my run as well. Okay, the lows. Definitely the hills. There are 2 big hills on the race, but also lots of little hills along the way. It's definitely one of the harder races to do, and I'm not really sure why I made it my first half marathon ever, but I did, and I'm proud of myself for that. My legs were so tired. That's one thing that I'm going to learn for my future races, is that I need to maybe do more hills in my long runs. So even though my legs were exhausted, seeing that finish line just feels like a freedom and a reward for the 3 months of hard work that I put in leading up to the race. I like to think of a race day as a reward for all the hard work that I've put in. What was also really cool from this race, and I really loved, is that there were so many of my friends were also running the race. 2 of my best friends were running, my brother was running, and then one of my best friends, her brother and partner were also running the race. So it was really cool that we were all out on the road at the exact same time doing our own races, and then just talking about it afterwards was also amazing. My dad did the ultra marathon on the Saturday, the day before, and first of all that was cool because it kind of got me in the spirit of a race atmosphere and energy, but it was so cool to be able to talk about the race afterwards, to share our experiences, and to just all feel the same adrenaline and hype that comes with the race. So if you're thinking of running the Two Oceans Half Marathon for the first time, let me just be your witness right here and say you should do it. I promise you it is incredible. I think it is really one of the most beautiful races to be a part of. It's also not just about the mileage, but also about the mindset. Bring snacks. And one thing I will say is that make sure that you train with your snacks beforehand. So don't try out any new snack on race day, because that definitely could go wrong. And don't underestimate the last 2 to 3 kilometers. There is a tiny little hill that creeps up on you. It is definitely doable, and it's cool because you know you're so close to the end, but don't underestimate it and leave a little bit of gas in the tank. Lastly, I just want to say, remember that you are running the race for yourself and for nobody else. You are not trying to prove anything to anyone. It's you versus you. So how am I feeling post-race? I'm definitely sore and stiff. It is nearly a week after the race, and I can still feel like my hips are tight, my legs are a little bit tight. I definitely need a massage, so that is on the cards. I'm extremely proud of the achievement that I accomplished. My second Two Oceans Half Marathon, for someone who did not think that they would be running long distances. I'm so proud to say that I achieved it, and I can't wait to see what my future races look like. I really would like to try and run more places all over the world. We'll see if that will be possible. And this is just the beginning of the journey towards getting my blue number. I feel like every time I run that I grow more and more into the person that I'm wanting to become. I think running has taught me so much about myself, about the world around me as well. So this definitely wasn't just a physical win, but also a mental and personal win for me as well. I didn't just beat the road, I beat the doubts, and I love to say this, I conquered the current. So that is my Two Oceans Half Marathon debrief. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you've run any races before, specifically the Two Oceans half marathon, please let me know how your race day went, and let's share all the love we can in the comments below. If you haven't already, please will you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, you can hit the notification bell. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!